Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of our 4th Age Total War Harondor campaign. And I've been thinking we've got some incursions heading into our own territory. We've got a few of these small armies of Harad, just 2 or 3 units each, and they're moving gradually westward. And my thought was, well, I typically like to send armies only when they're being led by a family member. It's just kind of a role-playing thing, I guess, or something. But, I'm thinking we're kind of light on family members, and I don't want to take this guy out of the settlement. He's an expert governor. I want to keep him there until we need to move him. But let's go ahead and clear some of this stuff out if we can. We've got 6 units of these plainsman-mounted skirmishers. You should be able to handle just about anything we've got here. Now, of course, the odds are not going to be super in our favor, but yeah, we've got, 1 archer unit, which is going to be somewhat problematic, but the rest of these are desert skirmishers, so that should be just fine, I'm thinking. Now, the plan for this is to just keep Harad, sending forth these dribs and drabs. We'll deal with them as they come. That's going to buy us a little bit of time. We want to ultimately destroy all of these little insignificant forces, because when you're trying to get a faction to be a protectorate, you need to have their armies completely surrounded, like in a siege type situation. So if they have any of these little forces outside the city, I found it's really difficult, if not impossible, to get them to submit. So this is part of the long-term strategy, as well as just preventing the annoyance of having like be put under siege for a turn. We are sending some more troops over into the east. We've got I think 3 mercenary spearmen who are approaching. Within a turn or 2 they should be there. But then we are going to have to get a force together outside of Carenbad. Maybe not a totally full stack yet, but a force that is pretty reasonable that we can put on the borders to sort of just intercept this sort of thing. Now, if we get lucky, too, maybe we'll get a man of the hour out of this, and we can have another family member in the region, which would be really helpful. Because, of course, the family members for this faction are fantastic. Let's see, we are going to have some archer fire. That is going to be a problem. Yep. That's that lead unit there. But you can see they're going to realign themselves in a slightly different part of the map. That's just going to be bad for them in the long run, because they're going to move away from us. They're going to skirmish away, most likely. Although, yeah, geez, it seems like they're not just yet. Let's just step back here with our javelins. Oof. This is going to be rougher than I thought, maybe. Okay, great. We got those guys. Let's move out of the way. And 39, 37, wavering. There they go. Good. I was a little worried about this unit. Yeah, we'll go ahead. This is... they don't have their spears out just yet. Well, you can see one guy there get the little 2-handed spear. But that makes them a bit of a problem. Alright, we'll just run down these guys. And this is all part of cleaning house. Now, I won't show every one of these little battles necessarily, but every now and then it's nice to remember what we have to do in order to keep up the pressure. The other thing, there's one other army approaching. I don't think we'll be able to hit them this turn. But other than that, I think we're pretty good. We just need to keep training and throwing more money into this theater. Oh my gosh, and we did it. A proven commander. Now, he's not good. He's inept at governing and commanding. But absolutely, I'm going to take it. This is, I think, is this a dude of the House of the Silver Shield? He must be. Or is he the sponsor? I'm never sure. That must be his name. Regardless, the commander we're going to get is a man of Gondorian descent, interestingly enough. So that makes him... okay, this is really interesting. So he gets only the good qualities. As it says, if you read the description there, they have little skill with commanding cavalry. So that would normally translate into a -1 command when commanding cav. But this guy's not going to get that. So he's just going to get extra command versus Haradrim, which is perfect. +2 to law, which is nice. Not really relevant for being a field commander, but that's fine. House of the Silver Shield. He's energetic, which is good in a field commander. That gives him a little bit more movement points, hit points. The other stuff doesn't matter too much. We will take it. Oh, that's so great. That means, so now we've got a guy who can more easily, survive bribery attempts, right? And he also has a very nice unit of cavalry, Harondor retainers, that are all of a sudden materializing for him. We're going to have some spearmen join up. This is not going to be an all-cav army necessarily. In fact, it's going to be a mix, and some of it's going to be, some of it's just going to be trash for numbers, quite honestly. What we want to do around here is train up a lot of troops. Not necessarily the best, but, a mix. Some of the stuff's going to be just, lowish quality, which is fine. Yeah, let's head over here just to double check. Everything's still in the town there, except for this one small army standing outside. And yeah, we'll get him, I think, down a little closer to Bad. We'll feed in some more units. Yeah, these infantry types can't quite reach there. And then we'll get a decent stack together, and we'll just keep training. Speaking of that, I should probably keep training like right now. I know there's a danger that we could get bribed. Like, you train a single unit, and an emissary could appear like this guy and just bribe it immediately. They can't reach there this turn, so hopefully that won't occur. Let's see, what should we train? Got some excellent choices. But I don't really want to wait the 2 turns. So let's see, we've got 4. Let's go with another unit of Swords of Harad. I feel like we can't go wrong with that. And otherwise, we've got so much money. But we're using it mostly to train troops. And in a little while, we will be using it to build up Dol Amroth. We also have just this guy, a single family member, Mutaz of Habad, just waiting for the right time to head over here towards Dol Amroth. And unfortunately, I don't think that time is going to be for a little while yet. We've got these largish armies that are approaching, and we're probably going to be compelled to beat back a siege or 2 again, just like we did in the last episode. Let's see if there's any mercenaries. There are. Okay, we don't really have room. The frustrating thing is, let's see, I could get the ship over here and get the family member out. But of course, this army could hit him immediately. One thing I might do is take the whole army out of here. Actually, let's see, how much can we live with? Okay, we would obviously need to leave more men than this. We've got 45% public order here. Let's see, we don't have any really low-tier units, but this could be good for garrison stuff. 65, so maybe just one more unit. Let's see, let's leave you 38 men. Let's in fact even drop 4 more into that unit. Will that get us up to 70? It will, okay. So that does, yeah, that changes things. We can now move the boat over here. I wish I knew. The thing I'm not sure of is exactly how many movement points this guy would have, because once the boat lands, he's going to be able to march a little bit more, I'm pretty sure. Let's get the army down here first, just to make sure. Okay, so that's a problem right there. What do we got? Right, 68 men in this Corsair Marauder for crew, and then they've got a tiny unit of Gondorian Axemen. Okay, so can we actually meet these armies up? We cannot. Oh, okay, actually we can. We can get them right here, I think. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look at all the movement points this guy has. Very hard for me to tell exactly what we got going on. So here's what we'll do. We'll stop right there. Now we've got 2 family members. We'll bring the ship back to port, I think. And let's see. Oh, that's right. Did we want to keep training? I think we do. Let's train a couple more units just in these little coastal settlements. Here we're training up our fleets a little bit. We're refurbishing these 2 ships of war, training a 3rd unit. But otherwise, I think I've got all the building and training that I want to do. So, hopefully now, we're probably going to get attacked at the ford again, at the Poros River there. And then we may also get attacked in a more interesting field battle in Gondor. And actually, neither of those things happened. Okay. Well, fine. It's okay. I'm okay with not fighting another siege battle, but yeah, we're making good money here, up over 121,000 in the bank. Reunited Kingdom is the most advanced, but that's fine. In Umbar City, we've completed our metalsmith workshops, and it looks like we're going to be making over 11,000. 11,000? Yeah. That's pretty good. Okay, so the metalsmith workshops are the first step. The next step is going to be the metalsmith's quarter. Now, this is going to cost us money. It's going to cost us, you know, a very modest amount of upkeep, like 20. It's also, however, going to cut a little bit of mismanagement out of our lives, so it's still going to cost us more in upkeep. But this is going to get us an armor upgrade, and that is it. It's going to do armor. I think it's worth it, right? +1 armor for units in our faction, which are typically, you know, compared to the Reunited Kingdom anyway, less well armored. Although it has to be said, the Haradrian units overall are really good. And I think it's easy to underestimate them because with comparison to like the units of Adunabar in the Reunited Kingdom, they are less well armored as a whole, but they're very solid. So this little armor upgrade, I think, is well worth it. Let's get that underway immediately. Should we, though, considering that this is just going to cost us money and we're not going to be doing any training for a little while, maybe let's go with mustering fields instead. We'll start working up our training. We're going to get all of the military stuff here, so we can get up to Swords of Harad, you know, the type of units we normally get, but notably the Retainer Spearmen. This is the prestige unit that I want to get in Umbar, so we're gonna aim for that, and then we'll get the armor bonus building, so that will be good. That's also going to be a little less expense for us, which is nice. Yeah, and we didn't get attacked here. Okay, I'm seeing some shuffling, like the units in this part of the world are not totally sure what to do. But up here we were checking out with our spy what's going on around Gondor, or Dunland rather. So Rohan has taken Harondor. Now at some point, Rohan is going to go to war with the Reunited Kingdom. I can just about guarantee it. Maybe that won't happen in this game, in this campaign, because I'm going to be giving the Reunited Kingdom a hard time. But it's very likely to happen at some point when the other two factions run out of enemies. Right now, currently, Rohan is at war with Dunland, but that will end, because as we've seen, Tharbad has taken over central Dunland, and they are going to be moving in towards the Misty Mountains pretty soon. And if not them, yeah, we can see that the fort here in the Wizard's Vale is under siege. That's probably Rohan. Or it could be, I suppose it could be Tharbad, but it's probably Rohan. So these two factions will border each other, Rohan and Tharbad. They'll start going to war. But once that gets wrapped up and there's nothing in between Rohan down here and presumably the Reunited Kingdom up here, that's when they may end up going to war. Now that may really change if I just eviscerate Gondor. So I'm going to try to be a little selective about this. I don't really want to get into Western Gondor. I want to hold on to what I have. And to that end, let's get up here in a nice little position and try and attack. So we're going to go for Lieutenant Castamere here. We are about even in terms of numbers. They have a few more men than we do. But this army is much less versatile than ours. It's got units that are, you know, pretty low tier, but these are fairly solid nonetheless. The other army, though, has a family member. So if only this were reversed, things would be a little better. But let's jump into it. I positioned up there, so maybe I'm going to have some height advantage. I'm not sure. But yeah, we get rid of some of these stacks. And what this might also allow us to do is grab another settlement pretty soon. I don't necessarily want to go for Lynn here, but I wouldn't mind getting, what is it, Tarnost? It's the settlement that is also part of, is it Doran Irinil? The land of the prince. Okay, let's see. I do like this formation pretty well. Swords on the right. The tougher armsman types on the left, sort of our anchor. Okay, and then we've got sorting skirmishers in the back. I think that's all good. We've got very, very lots of cav, don't we? All right, I don't want to lose track of the retainers. Let's keep them together. And let's get the lancers. Okay, just that's it. Yeah, we've got 3 Lancer units, and they're all sort of in the midst of these weird formations. Okay, I see what they're doing. So the game is kind of like put the skirmishers on the flanks, which makes sense. Hairdwaith riders up front with the horsemen of the Harondor in the back, which is kind of weird. Like, you would think I would want these guys out front because they've got the best charge and the better armor. But maybe the way the game is imagining it is that you would use these younger, more aggressive troops to wear out the enemy first and then deal the killing blow with your more elite units. I never play that way. Like, it just seems like this would be suicide for this unit, to have them lead. But maybe that is the better way to play, honestly. Let's give it a shot. I think I can manage this. Let's just put everybody into one big fat group, and I think we want to put them up on the hill. I would have to assume that the AI is going to set up right here. No. Okay.
Reinforcements have arrived in battle.
Well, they actually do have some decent ground over there. But we can, I think, work around to their left and steal that high ground from them. They've got almost no archers, so we can pretty much do this with impunity. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. I mean, if they had a nice, balanced, reunited kingdom army, then we would be in quite a bit of trouble if they set up on that hill. We'll let them meet up. I don't mind facing them all at once on somewhat even terms, because I think this is going to be a slaughter. I could be wrong, could be way off. But we could eliminate a family member as well as just a large enemy force. Give us a bit more freedom of movement in this part of Gondor. Alright, they will turn to face me, and this is kind of the way the AI behaves. They will turn to face you, and so, like, if you outflank them like this, they will turn and, like, rotate themselves off the hill. So, if... Let's see if they do that. Watch them prove me a liar this one time. Well, maybe they can't really see me, because I am over the crest of the hill. I don't have any archers either, is the thing. Let's see what they do here. I think they're not going to let me approach totally, like, obliquely to them. Yeah, there they go. They're going to form up. Okay, so this is going to be a little tricky, actually. A little more interesting because they've got a lot of spears. Yeah, see, this is where I really don't want to follow my little plan here. Let's just let them wear themselves out on my swordsmen. Get the skirmishers down and get these skirmishers out around. And yeah, let's go and let's hit them with these units of the Hairdwaith Riders. They're shaken. Alright, what are we routing already over here? Okay, some King Swordsmen, that's nice. And let's get Hairdwaith Riders around the flanks and we'll take out their Knights of the White Tree. Something like that. We got going on over here. Okay, we're kind of caught here. Let's get the general down in. And let's just send in the other swords because I think they've pretty much done everything they need to do. Alright, let's send in all of our cav. Right there, right against the Kingdom Militia. Oh yeah, made a nice hole on their right, or our right. This is all going to go away, I would imagine, pretty soon. Yeah, there's one general routing. Let's get into the back of the enemy family member here. Alright, so that's the captain. And let's just keep going. Oh, they do have one unit of bowmen. Alright, I think we should catch him. Just one man left. Yep. Alright, we're going to run down those King Swordsmen too. There were, I think, 2 units of them in this army. A second-tier unit. Oh, very satisfying to have all this cav and be able to run them down. Now, we did take some losses. Let me see how that worked out. Not too bad. I mean, honestly, I thought we were going to be facing... I think this unit probably took the most. I think we had pretty much full numbers here. What do we have here? 59, 50, you know, not too bad overall. I think some of these horseman units were already kind of beaten up. So it didn't... you know, they didn't lose much more than we had already lost. So that went pretty well, better than expected, to lead with the horsemen, or the Harondor riders, rather. So that's 2 armies gone, just gone from the map. We're going to get some recovery, perhaps, although a lot of our casualties were melee, so they're not going to recover as much as if they were shot with arrows or something. But we're going to have basically a full army to move freely. So let's see where that's going to allow us to open up. Let's check the stats here, though. Casualties sustained. Yeah, we lost 25 of 1 unit of Harondor riders. So I'm guessing that's the one that was like over here on our right, that we just said screw it and charged down into the Kingdom militia, and then didn't support them until a little while later. So they probably took a lot of casualties initially. But once you get a nice blob to start routing, the whole thing sort of falls into place. All right. Nice to win a battle like that on our turn. And we've got... oh, yeah, Tarnost's right there. Okay, let's get our spy. And let's just move over. Where else are the bad guys? We've got another spy coming, so I can take this one out of here right now. Just to be really sure. The hill here. Nothing going on up in Mornan. Okay. Bring you right over there. And... yeah, I mean, what else is around here? There's just not much. I don't see anything coming. We could hit Lynn here or Tarnost. I think it makes sense to hit Tarnost. So we've got silver mines here that we could construct. We've got a port. This is Ithilien, Dor and Ernil. Right, this is the province. And I think this is pretty lucrative. This is also a place where the Reunited Kingdom can train Dol Amroth men-at-arms, which is a cavalry unit. Kind of like mini Dol Amroth knights. And so a very solid unit. We're going to be denying that to them by moving up here. So let's just move our spy a bit closer. Over here so we can see what's going on. Okay, we've got Lieutenant Turin coming with 3 units. We've got maybe some units that might come out of Arnak, but not a lot. They do have some King Spearmen and Pelargir. Minus Honorn looks empty. And there's a few scattered units around Osgiliath. Really, the only resistance is right here. Targon of Tarlang's Neck. Now this is also an interesting fight. What do we want to do here? They've got longbowmen. They've got 2 units of guards. One of these is Company of the Guard, not Guards of the Citadel. This is the more elite version. We could attack them. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Would that be kind of... that would be needless, arguably. But on the other hand, I kind of feel like we've got some initiative now. What else do they have? They've got 2 archer units. That's it. No cav except for their general. They've got some good units. Mariners. I think we owe it to the Reunited Kingdom to give them this attack. Oh my gosh, look at that. They outnumber us by 11 men. And they are way ahead of us in terms of the balance of power. Let's take a look. Ooh, that Company of the Guard has still got 58 men. Oh, that's not good. But they only have 13 of these archers. Otherwise, King's Longbowmen are full. All these other units are full, basically. Yeah, Company of the Guard. Oh, Guards of the Citadel. Yeah, okay. I want to do it. Let's see if we can see what this general is. Oh, he's a poor commander, right? No problem. Man of Gondor. But he's got nothing good. He doesn't have any bonuses to commanding infantry. House of Duin here. Okay, this is the Lord of Morthond Vale during the Lord of the Ordering. This was the guy who commanded the Morthond Vale bowman to shoot the eyes of the Mumakil right, at the Battle of the Pelennor Fields, and was killed with his company of archers for that. It's a fantastic little detail. Okay, but yeah, he's from that house. Dutiful. All right. Commanding stature. So he's got some good traits. I want to do this. You know, I feel like there's a strategic reason to do this. We've just won a great victory in the west. We're besieging Tarnos now. And if we attack and win a great victory in the east, we could maybe move up to besiege Emin Arnon. Right? And we could start moving pretty quick. We don't need to play defense the whole time. But let's see if this is just rank pride. We only got 2 units of swords. We do have, you know, 2 units of Harondor armsmen. Our center is our Harondor footmen. Yes, worthless dogs. Worthless dung or dogs? Probably dung. And then archers of Harad. We out-archer the Reunited Kingdom. And we've got some skirmishers. And then we've got, is it 4 plainsmen mounted skirmishers and 2 horsemen of the Harnan. Alright, yeah, let's keep them back. Okay. Yeah. I think we'll go with exactly this. Let's group up all of this stuff. And, okay, we're attacking. They've got excellent ground, though, don't they? Oh, my gosh, I'm just noticing that. Oh, wow. They'll be right up here. Now, this goes all the way back, though, so that means they set up on the crest of the hill. We've got room to work around them. And I think what we have to do is go right here to the far corner, essentially, of our deployment zone. Let's get all of our mounted skirmishers together. I think I'll keep them as 4. We'll get them like that. And let's start the battle and see where they are. Yep, right there. Alright, so we'll have to be a little careful about this. Oh my gosh. This is more fun though, right? Like we could have fought innumerable battles down there at the crossing. And we would have won them, right? There's no question. But doing this, taking a little bit of a risk here. We could this turn have Emin Arnon under siege. Emin Arnon and Tarnos, 2 very significant settlements for the Reunited Kingdom. So I like that idea quite a bit. Oh, they're not going to wait. Oh, maybe they are. Okay. Typical AI indecisiveness. That's fine. I'll take it. I do like the landscape around here. Now I'm wondering, because we're attacking right on the hill, right? The mound, the barrow mound of the twin princes. I assume they're twins. I'm not sure if they're twins actually. They're 2 brothers anyway. Fulcred and Fastred, the twin or 2 sons of the King of Rohan. I can't remember who that was. But this was during an invasion of I want to say like 2288 or something like that, of the Third Age. Is it after the Long Winter or before? But basically Harad sent a big army north. And they were beaten at the crossing of the Poros. But the sons of the King of Rohan fell in the battle, and so they were buried together in one mound. Yeah, and I think they were twin brothers, for they were twins, right? That's what it says. Read Appendix A, basically, is what I'm saying. I mean, I probably don't need to tell you to read Appendix A, but if you have not read Appendix A, my gosh, it's just... It's like all the good stuff of a history book. Just enough little details in those vignettes to give you characterization. And some just wonderfully juicy details to allow you to speculate, right? And really, that appendix is where you get a fantastic sense for the history of the world that Tolkien created, and how he sort of saw it, and how he allows you to see it as being much more complicated than people typically give it credit for. Okay, I'm hoping they're going to let me set up and... Because if I can't set up and use my archers here, then we're going to be in trouble. Alright, we're already under attack. No, okay. Let's go right here, and we're going to run. I told you to run, right? Alright, let's ungroup you then and run. Okay. We're going to have to be a little cautious with our cav. We can't just sweep everything ahead of us. Okay, they're backing off a little bit. But we're not getting a nice clear shot. And that's going to be a problem because I do want to use my archers. Especially on those like the Company of the Guard. Yeah, there they are, Guards of the Citadel. Now, the nice thing about this is they are tiring themselves out quite a bit by doing all this repositioning. Yeah, and look at this. I mean, you know, you feel a little bit bad because I basically just calmly walking them off the top of this hill. Oh man, they took out quite a few of our skirmishers, but that's what they're there for, to absorb some arrows in the front line. Looks like 2 Harondor armsmen also took some arrows. Okay, Kingdom Militia are approaching, and let's halt everybody. That's pretty decent. Oh, they're sending the general right in. Okay. Well, that's kind of a nice get if we can get it. All right, we're gonna waste our javelins on Kingdom Militia. But hey, I guess we gotta do what we gotta do. They're shaken, which is nice. Okay, all right. Going after the Harondor armsmen. I think that's fine. Oh, yeah. We've got those militia wiped out. Let's bring back the swordsmen to the center there. All right, these guys are wavering. All right, let's just keep them right here. Yep, go right after them. And let's bring some cav over to threaten. I want to move them away, actually. I think we need to save some javs. We're going to need them for some of the higher tier units. So let's just wait. We're going to let them wear down here. Oh, our guys are utterly tired too. Dang. Okay. I don't feel so bad anymore. Or quite as bad as I did. Alright. We'll take you off of fire at will. My horsemen are fresh, though. Horsemen are fresh. That's nice. Alright, archers are firing. That's just great. They can continue. My swordsmen, what are they shooting at? Okay, great. Guards of the Citadel. So they've lost about 20 men, I want to say. Ooh, my gosh, yes. Look at the hail of arrows. Very, very good stuff. Okay. We want to hold back these lancers, too. These lancers are very important, so we can't let them get too tired out. Alright, let's go over here. This is all Kingdom Militia. There are Mariners, though. Okay, so it's mostly Kingdom Militia. But now I think it's time to bring the cav around the enemy's left. Let's get our spearmen out ahead. So I'll open up a little gap through which I can send my my cavalry. Alright, these skirmishers are kind of being useless, but that's okay. Alright. Everyone is now committed. Where's the Lancers? Lancers are here. Bring them back around. You guys can go back to fire at will, I think. We'll bring you around the back. Alright, horsemen line up here, and we want to start a chain route on the far right. Bodyguard up a little bit closer to support, and let's hit, yeah, let's just hit this. They're wavering already. Alright, let's now, ooh, they brought in the Guards of the Citadel. They're charging in. Oh, that's so not good. I'm not set up for this yet. Alright, there's 14 men. Let's risk it. There's only 11 of them. Swords of Harad need to fight. Okay, yep, that went very well. Let's get our Lancers out now. Oh, very nice indeed. Okay, we need the skirmish cav over here. I think this is going to be good. Okay, good. That's the right guy. Oh, there goes Guards of the Citadel. Routing. Awesome. Alright, let's follow the Kingdom Militia. And let's just follow here. Our guys are really tired. Oh, but this is nice. This is nice. Our Mariners are wavering. This is a very, very nice unit. Just to give a bit of... I know I should be watching the battle, but this is a very nice unit. And they're going to fight. They're going to fight quite well. There they go. Broken. Okay. Alright. Let's send the cavalry right into the back now. All the cavalry, I think. Okay. Their general is now just running around headless. I think we can afford to ignore him. Let's send the general back up. Company of the Guard is not routing. They are steady. We're gonna have to kill every guy here, and we may yet lose this. And that is a possibility. Let's get the general around the flank. We may need to throw in archers into the melee here. Actually, the skirmishers are doing pretty good work. Let's get the general back about like here. Alright, what do we got? What do we've got? A lot of fighting still happening. Oh, longbowmen. This is a good melee unit. So this army is going to need retraining. Very likely. Alright, can we get a route? Oh, King Swordsman. No. We cannot get a route. They're wavering. Oh, they're some of them are coming back. Some of our guys are routing. Okay. All right, let's change tack here. We want to shoot the enemy archers. Let's see. Let's get ready for another charge. Do a bit of a rally. We still got lots of arrows with our archers, so we can afford to stick around and shoot for a little bit. Let's go ahead and fight those Knights of the White Tree instead of trying to skirmish away from them futilely. And King Swordsman will do one more charge into them, see if that does anything. We're going to get caught by the Company of the Guard, though. That's not great. Now, interestingly, this unit has swords. Oh, no, that's just the general there. Okay, let's hope our general doesn't get killed. Okay. Yeah, this is not good at all. Not good at all. We're going to lose all of our cav. Oh, gosh, look at how many longbowmen there are. We don't have a good angle on them. Oh, Company of the Guard still got 46 men left. Come on, let's do a nice charge. 20. There they go. Broken. Okay. That's one unit. What's that? King Swordsman and more King Swordsman. Okay, they're wavering. You know, hopefully they would rout. But look at this. Look at this massacre over here. Swords of Harad losing. Harondor Armsmen still got 34 men. But we've got Kingdom Militia coming back. I think we need to focus on that with the archers. Alright, let's hit King Swordsman again with the general. We need to break this knot here, and they're breaking our cav, which is, of course, very light, and I just left them in the fray far too long. Alright, those Kingdom Militia are broken. Let's focus on... you know what? Let's focus fire on Company of the Guard. Alright, and I'm going to send skirmishers after that unit. Okay, good. We get a nice little route going here. All the infantry fight King's longbowmen. And the cavalry too. Let's see. They're shaken, they're wavering. Switch to swords, guys. Alright, great. These guys are routing. Very nice. Yep, we're all focusing on them. Let's throw the skirmishers in. Okay, great. Longbowmen are now routing. So, do we have... Okay, we got 57 Harondor Armsmen here. I think we got it. We can pull them out. We can also pull the swordsmen out, who have decent numbers for what they were involved with. And hit them here. Let's pull back the skirmishers, actually. Yeah, so they've got King Spearmen in addition to the swords, to the Company of the Guard. So, of course, those units are going to do extremely well. I guess we took out all of the longbowmen there, which is nice, very nice. And we took out the last of the General's bodyguard unit, which I was not expecting to see. So those archers can come back now, and we can... well, actually, we've got some cav that has reconstituted itself here. So let's move them over here. And, geez, King Swordsman. I mean, if we win this, we've done enough to ensure that they will not return to the fight. So I think we can afford them. Yeah, let's focus you there. Focus on the company of the guard. I think we've done enough. They're not going to come back. Everyone's going to rout. We can use our cavalry over here as a anti-morale unit, essentially. Causing fear. Yeah, shaken, intimidated by nearby enemy. 44 King Spearmen still. King Swordsman still got 37 and 37 Company of the Guard. These are some good units to get rid of, though. And we could have done it more easily. We could have done it more efficiently. On that nice downhill battlefield we had. But let's see. Wavering King Spearman. Let's hit him with our Lancers. We've only got 17. Man, they're very tired. These guys are wavering, and there goes the Swordsman. There goes the Company of the Guard. They got nowhere to run. And let's halt all of our archers so they don't shoot into our own men. There we go. Well, that's nice to see. That's nice to see that they're all routing, and our victorious Haradrian cavalries and swordsmen are going to cut them down where they stand. Beautiful stuff. We didn't want this war, by the way. Let me just remind everybody. We were content to ally with and trade with the Reunited Kingdom until such time as we felt we absolutely needed their lands. We're going to shoot them down. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's so good. Just watching enemies flop over. This game, man, had some really, really nice little visuals. I don't think of myself as a visuals guy for the most part, right? I mean, gameplay trumps visuals for the most part, but there are some times when this is just so satisfying. I mean, do you remember when you first played Rome Total War and the rout phase, right? Just this phase right here. You've comfortably won the battle, so you can afford to zoom in and watch guys get mowed down by your archers or chased down by your cav. That was like the best, wasn't it? Alright, we'll do one last little rundown. Maybe we'll get some experience from this, although I don't know if that really works. If routers count towards XP, I think they might. And they're going to rout off the field. So, yeah, brutal victory for us. But I think we took out certainly the last remaining army in the region, but it cost us half our men. Let's see. We get a lot of these guys healed back. Harondor armsmen are going to get some men back. Swords of Harad, Harondor footmen, some skirmishers, but mostly it's the infantry, the heavy sword carriers who are going to get those refreshments or replenishments, healing up from their wounds, which is very, very nice. We're going to have to train some more stuff, which is fine. Ooh, that's right. Battle standard captured. Okay, we already had one of these. Now, where was that taken? I think that one, we took it last episode, and it was taken back to Dol Amroth. And now they're not going to rest easy until they take it back at Harmen. So they've got a couple of targets now. I don't know exactly how they're going to decide between those. So we've taken out this army here. Let's move our spy through the woods just to see if they get any, Rangers of Ithilien style ambushes here. I don't think so. And up here, what they've got is some low tier stuff. And in Emin Arnon itself, I mean, could we take Emin Arnon this turn? We could get some mercs. Ooh, this is very tempting. And we've been training some reinforcements in Harmen, so let's get up here. Couple of mercs, notorious brigand here. Years of preying on wealthier folk have made this man an expert in taking spoils. 20% bonus to Mirian plundered. Okay. Will they allow us to do it? We've got almost no calves, so we'll have to be very, very careful. And the balance of power says it's not super in our favor, but I think this is pretty doable. Let's see, that's the biggest army here. That's the main one we're attacking right there, Lieutenant Siriondil. And Lieutenant Harondor. Wait, Harondor. Who's Arvileg? There's Arvileg. He's coming over from our right. Where's Aaron? It says Aranarth. That must be this army, but I can't see it. Okay, so we just know that this guy to our right is going to be just a King's Swordsman and Kingdom Militia. So basically, you know, nothing spectacular and no ranged stuff, but there's got to be 189 men Barondir. I got to assume that the names are kind of screwed up here. But we'll go with it and see if we can get it. We're basically trying to get the city. The city will be, let's see, pretty much straight ahead of us. And it'll be obvious, too. Emin Arnin is built right on top of a hill. It's a very dramatic hill. So it'll be very clear up to our left, I believe. Yeah, there's minus Ithil over there in the pass. And Emin Arnin is going to be like, not at the top of this hill, but yeah, there, you can see. So that's where the garrison's going to come. And that is Mount Mindaluin, I believe. Mindaluin. I do not know how that's supposed to be pronounced. But okay, so we've got another uphill fight. And let's see, skirmishers in front, archers in the back, just as they were. Let's keep this. We only have a single unit of the Swords of Red. I think that's all right. We've got really good stuff up front. But I don't like how they mesh with the archers. So let's go like here, I guess. Okay. And this is literally it. So we will, fortunately, get to grab some high ground here.
Enemy reinforcements have arrived in battle.
Let's see. So reinforcements coming from way down there and from up here. And I don't know what these are going to look like. Okay, they're right here. So Kingdom Militia, King's Swords. Ooh, Longbowmen, that's not good. That ruins things, potentially. Shoot, and they're running at us, too. Well, okay, their general is a unit of Longbowmen, which is kind of nice. It makes it easier to see him. Longbowmen are a tricky unit to deal with because, as you saw, they're excellent in melee. I mean, they are really a hybrid unit. They are not just a... just an archer unit. They can mix it up. And so that means you can't just send cavalry into a unit of King's Longbowmen and expect to win. You're not going to rout them. And similarly, you have a hard time shooting them down. So we've got our 4 units of archers here. Well, we may not have much of a choice. Let's do that, because that's literally the only archer they have. Let's go here, like, into the trees. Okay, maybe my guys shouldn't be running. And they can stay. They've got just much better range. Are we gonna get any? Oh yeah, we got some. Alright, we are gonna skirmish away. Yeah, 26. We did fairly well, actually. So let's halt. Actually, you can choose your own targets now, and we'll start shooting some of these guys in the back. Very good. We can even hit them, actually, from here. So that's better than I thought. Okay, this is much more manageable. And, like, all of them are here, right? Except for these 2 units, which are now so far down the hill that we can't even see their banner. But they're coming, so that's good. No one's just hanging out in the corner waiting to withdraw. Alright, and we've got skirmishers. Very nice. So we have to be ready to run down these units. We're kind of close to the border, and if they get back, we won't get the city. You know what? Let's hit the King's Swordsman. did we do? All right, 13. I think we're pretty good. I think we're gonna get them before they get back to the border. Great. Okay, that didn't work as well as I thought it would. Let's get the armsman over. Pull the general out. Hope this doesn't end horribly for him. Did lose a couple of men there. Okay, let's get the cav back and away. And the swords need to come out of the trees, I think. We need to have these fights happening, like, not right at the edge of the map. Okay, very good. All right, we just got to throw him in, I think. Let's actually run over here. All right, what are you doing? I hope they're still coming up the hill, because we do need to take them out as well. Oh, damn, okay. Oh, this is not good. We got to get all these units out of here. Oh, they're coming back. Okay, well, maybe that's fine. They'll come back to the main, like, part of the battle. Oh, I've got my guy on skirmish. That's why he's acting like a fool. Alright, more Gondorian swordsmen. Okay, I think this is okay. Let's see. Swordsman wavering. Right, only a few men there. They look like they're retreating now. Damn. Because we don't have the city yet. Okay. Run down the hill. Oh, jeez. What do I want to do? Do I want to go after these guys? Or do I want to go and try to catch these units? Let's try it. Let's try it. There's like half of the battle map that I can still use, so if I can slow them down at all, bring my general down there, you know, maybe we can make it happen. Alright, let's just ignore this little captain, because he doesn't matter. We do need to take out more of them. So let's go down here. Let's just get everybody on the attack. Alright, now get away. We're just stopping them so that they don't flee. Okay, Harondor footmen, armsmen, and let's just throw skirmishers in, I guess. Actually, we should get some of these guys as well down here. Right. Can we make you slow down a little bit? Basically, the tree line. They got the tree line. Alright. Back off. Let's hit the king's swordsman. Alright, pull out. Oh, that's not good. Alright, can we get a nice charge? We can get a nice charge. May not be enough, though. Alright, do I have men running straight at them down the hill? And can we make it? It's 45 men. Yeah, I mean, we've got so much time, theoretically. Right, 45 men. 42, winning slightly, okay. Alright, now pull out. Oh, they're routing. Alright, let's go after the militia. Will you come back? Oh gosh, we still got some heavy fighting happening at the top of this hill. I was not expecting this to still be going on, but I think we've got it though. I don't think there's any doubt. Okay, we're now fighting with spears with our general. This is not great. Let's get him out. Quick, quick, quick. Okay, hit you. We might get to do enough damage, but very tired is not good. Of course, he's very tired as well. 32 men, 29. Okay.
As enemies, these men are perfect. They are running from the battle in terror.
All right, that's a general or captain.
He sacrificed himself.
If I had 2 more units of cav.
Dignified defeat.
All right, let's ignore the swords now because I want the skirmishers to go around and to tie up these spearmen. All right, 61 men wavering, shaken. All right, get out. Oh, gosh. That was only 1 man, but still. All right, let's get around him. Okay, now one thing I'm wondering. What is it? 85%. So that's the magic number, isn't it? I think... What do we need to do? We need to kill this guy? Do we need to kill all the generals? How does this actually work? Right? Like, how do I get the city? Could I get it now? Because we've wiped out all of the other armies. We've killed 2 of the 3 generals. Is that sufficient? Or do we need to kill all 3 generals? If so, they're kind of making it easier for us right now. Alright, let's do a charge in here. Okay, and let's get out. Oh gosh, look at that. Oh, so bad. 8 riders. I think we're going to lose 2 more by the time this is over. Okay, he's routing now. Gosh, can we do it? Oh my gosh, we did it. Oh my gosh. Now let's see if this actually translates into the city falling. I think it will. We've killed enough of them. All right, and we took out the last captain. So if there was any doubt about that, we've got 3 enemy commanders slain. My gosh, Jabari of Central Herodwaith, you have been very busy this episode. This has been an extremely eventful year, taking the fight to the Reunited Kingdom in 2 bloody battles up to Emin Arnin. Now, I don't know, you know, the other question is, do we have movement points to take the settlement? My gosh, I hope we do. But even if not, this has been quite dramatic indeed. Let's just fast forward through this. I think we're going to get every single one of them. There are 2% of the army that did not get captured by us. So 2% of those 3 small armies escaped. But I think as a whole, all of those armies are going to rout. They're going to just dissipate back to the fields. So there shouldn't be anything left. If we have movement points... Oh my gosh, I don't know if we do. I'm afraid to click.
Engage the enemy.
Oh, yes. Yes, lay desolate. Emin Arnin. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I guess it's time to bring up some reinforcements, isn't it? Okay, I don't know if they'll make it without being bribed. Let's send a spy down here just to safeguard against that eventuality. And move our other spy north to see what we can see coming from that region. They've got men-at-arms and king spearmen in this army. And I can't tell what's over here, but I'm going to assume that this is all Reunited Kingdom land now. I don't know exactly what is owned by Rune. I'm assuming this is Rune, but it might not be, right? It could be the Reunited Kingdom has taken all this and has some very elite, war-hardened stacks just chilling around the Sea of Nirn, ready to turn back in haste to relieve, well, the Ithil region, essentially. And we don't have a whole lot in here to stem the tide if that should occur. So we're going to need to keep up our training and keep everything very busy. This has only been like 2 turns, I think. Let's see. Yeah, so let's see what we can get in Arnon. I think this is going to be typical of every Gondorian region. We're going to get... Oh, this is a little different, actually. So it's not going to be the Gondorian hill types. We're going to have Dunedainic militia levies. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know about this. Or I knew and forgot about it. So this is like our militia guys, which is great. It's a little different. I think stats are going to be slightly different. Maybe the numbers of men. And then we're going to get some swords. Oh, sweet. Oh, this is so good. Okay, so this is like a really good reason for us to take Arnon earlier than I usually do, because I just assumed it was going to be like Gondorian hillmen. But those units are nice. Like King Spearman, right? And check this out. So we get our typical native stuff, right? A couple tiers of footmen. And in fact, let's compare this. The footmen have the attack of 1 and a defense of 18. Militia levies have slightly better stats. Okay, just 1 point better. Now, they have fewer men. That's actually a significant decrease in numbers. 80 men versus 110. So, yeah, 1 point in stats difference. I don't know, but I like it. I'll take it for sure. And then Dunedainic swordsman levies, 26 defense. So that's going to be certainly better than our own stuff for quite some time. Certainly even better than our swords of Harad. And then we're going to get our cav, which is very, very nice. And then it's definitely worth going all the way up the military chain in Arnon, because we're going to get retainer swordsmen. Oh my gosh. So we get essentially men-at-arms. Now let's compare this to our Harondor armsmen. This is not quite apples to apples, because this is going off a base experience of 3, and here the experience listed is 0. So the numbers are not going to quite match up. We've got like 6 XP on these units, but let's see what it is. So 9 attack and 31 defense on these retainer swordsmen. Incredibly high upkeep, 600. All right, 9 and 31 versus 18 and 34. Okay, so something's going on with the attack here. So maybe that's where the experience comes in, as well as the weapon upgrade. So our guys are just better and cheaper? That can't be right. Maybe it is, though. Certainly, these retainer swordsmen are better than a lot of other units that we can train, right? Harondor Armsmen, I'm kind of glad that this is like... This looks to be a better unit, honestly, because it looks cooler, in my opinion. It's just a very nice looking unit. But at any rate, yeah, man, there's some really nice stuff here. So we're still not going to have stuff like archers. We're going to have to depend on our homelands for that. But otherwise, this is so worth it. Let's go down to low taxes, and let's destroy the homeland dominion here. Get going immediately on provincial pacification and make some more cash with hosting halls. We want to keep the open policy here for sure, because this is, the other thing is, Arnon's a chief city. And so that means you can build all of the trading stuff, all of the military stuff. Oh my gosh, this is such a good get. And I typically don't go for it early because of the strategic, the strategic problems, right? Like there is... it's an easier time defending this little crossing than it is defending this city. And then, there's also the concern that it's going to be perpetually under siege. And so we may have to do some funny stuff to rescue this place. It's it's a little far from our homelands too. But I think the fact that we've made some good progress today. We've taken out the main threatening army outside of Dol Amroth and even pushed to Tarnost, which we should be taking in the next turn or two. We have taken out a very menacing army right north of the fords at the Poros, and have even managed to sneak into Emin Arnin and take it after another skirmish underneath the walls. And now we find ourselves in a wonderful position. If we have the men to support, if we can keep up the pressure, keep up the training, then we can maybe even go for Minas Honor itself much sooner than I had anticipated. So that's going to be a very interesting development. Now, what I was planning to do is send all of these units east, right? To send them after Harad and start working on that protectorate. I don't know that I need to. Honestly, for a little while. We can let this sort of wait. We've got our family member here. We can just keep him right here and send some of those units from Karenbad and just let this force gradually build up. And I'm thinking it might be good just to get numbers. It might be worth sending these mercenaries up here, up into the north, because we're going to want to leave some men behind to hold the garrison, so that we're not fighting siege battles. I think we still want to fight a lot of our stuff in the open field. That's where a lot of our strength lies. So to that end, we're going to go ahead and just keep training. We're going to, let's see what we want over here. Yeah, I think I like the spy right about there. I think I'll send you here. And what else do we want? We've so far got a single sword unit. Let's get, let's get 2, and then let's get 2 of these guys. Let's get some of the light cav, some of the skirmish cav. This could deal with just about anything that they send our way. So let's move them to the end of their movement points, and let's keep training stuff. Let's see. I think I will take time to do another unit for archers, but as you can see, we're now running into population issues. So that is going to be a concern. Okay, at any rate, I'm very happy with this. Very, very happy indeed. Captured Emin Arnin. Did not plan to take South Ithilien at the start of this episode. I thought we would just be maybe fighting, a few more years even of defensive battles at the ford. But now we may be done with that unless disaster occurs, which it still could. In the next episode, we're going to hopefully consolidate our hold on some of the rich settlements in central Gondor, taking Tarnost. And then I don't know where to go from there. We may need to hold for a little while because we need to get building done. It's actually going to take 5 more seasons before we finish the Outland Dominion here. And then it's going to take some while to even train up, the military so that we can even get our basic units, which are going to be those Dunedainic militia levies. So in the meantime, it might make sense for us to just, do constant training out of these 3 settlements, and possibly even develop one of these into a, maybe not a military settlement, but go up to the next level of mustering fields. That might be useful. Just a quick place for us to train Swords of Harad. That only takes 3 years. I think I'm going to go with that. And that's what we're going to do for the next episode. So I'm really curious to see how the Reunited Kingdom is going to respond to this. I hope you'll stick around and join me for that. So until the next one, everybody, take care.